Hello everyone, I am Zio, and today I'll be doing a brief showcase on the Bloodlines mod. Currently, it's in development to the 1.20 version, and there are a lot of changes as well as a lot of improvements that I've been working on, which have been indeed slowing down the release date. A few persons have asked me privately if I can give them a sneak peek to what's coming, as well as a release date, which unfortunately I can't do for the latter, but I can do, in fact, for the, well, sneak peek, which is what this is. So, I was born a witch, as you can see underneath there. Hold on. Why am I struggling to run complimentary? Very interesting. Let's get too fast. See if that helps. But yes, as you can see, I am indeed a witch. You can see my blood is set to 500 by default. Before it used to cap out at around 500, now vampires can go over the limit of 500. And you can see that my magic is 439. It no longer has the insane... We no longer have the very insane levels of magic you can spawn with. It has been reduced severely due to how overpowered people were able to become very shortly in the regular game. What from what I've realized. This is why. So yes, I'm guessing I'm going to start off with some of the witch features first then. So as a witch, you have your normal abilities. Like beforehand, currently I don't believe I've added any keybind spells. I've been avoiding making them. Yeah. So as a witch, you are immune to compulsion from vampires. Vampires cannot compel you under any circumstance unless they are a beast original. And the reason they can compel you is because they have the help of the ancestors to weave your minds. That's the logic I'm using, but if enough people complain about it, I'll remove that system freely. The vampires, not vampires, the witches have a basic grimoire, which I have not finished making, hence the 2D model, rather than a 3D. These are some simple spells. What did that say? Um, Spell costs 100 magic. Jacinta Malaf. I didn't type that. Yeah. I swear to you, I wrote this mod. Yeah, as you can see, you type it in originally, and notice that the second time I typed in the spell, it didn't show up in the general chat. Instead, it showed up in the bottom here only. That's because now when you cast a spell, instead of everyone seeing what spell you cast, unless you type the spell, only the persons around you will be able to see the spell that you cast. Meaning, you'll no longer see random spell. People will no longer be able to see random spells in chat and just repeat them. You'd actually have to either know the spell or have a grimoire with the spell inside of it to know what to type, or be one of those crackheads that decide they're going to memorize every single spell in the mod and show off to me that they are somehow superior to me because they've memorized the entire mod list, not mod list, spell list. Anyways, besides that, that's mainly what witches have been added so far. Not there are a lot more spells. Like when I say there are a lot more spells, there are over I think 20, 25 spells right now. It's just that these two are the only ones that I've added into the grimoire currently. for testing. Oh, what spell was that? That was not self-preservation, that was pain reduction, so I'm guessing that gave me... Yeah, resistance too. Makes sense. Now we can showcase, I guess. Oh, self-preservation serum. What this essentially does is exactly what the spell is. You've been preserved, meaning if I were to die, you'll not die, essentially. You'll come back. It gives you a second chance at life, but you can only have one active at a time. So if you were to cast a self-preservation spell, someone was to kill you, they can very much kill you right after you come back alive and you will die. Currently though, if you die, there's no other side or underworld for you to go to. And then we have Vampire Blood. Now, Vampire Blood works the same. I mean, best I'll say it works the same as the before. You consume it, and if you let me show you. If you die with it in your system, you'll come back in transition. Something that hasn't been added is that uh you still have your magic, which will be fixed. And once you become a vampire, you lose it. And stepping out into the sunlight will slowly but surely start killing you. It removes your resistance. It removes your resistance and removes your regeneration. So it's a lot easier to kill a vampire once they're in sunlight and or if they're on fire. So simple spells, simple fire spells and such will be very useful when facing vampires. Alright, another thing. Well, oh right, vampires have most stuff added right now currently because they were kind of bland beforehand. We now have the addition of compulsion. Well, feeding has always been in, regeneration, speed, and strength. So how currently I think the only persons we can compel are villagers because we're a regular vampire. So you want to sneak, and then you want to press Z, and this will cycle through various things you can do, various compulsions. You want to go and you want to look at the person you want to compel, hurt yourself, and the villager is now hurting itself. And well, it works similarly. Players are supposed to compel other players, but I haven't had a test dummy yet, so I'm not sure how it works completely on multiplayer. But I'm gonna hope and pray that it does work on multiplayer. Next ability we have is right, yeah, this is the feed, and you just right click, and it's very similar to the old one. But instead, I believe now your fangs don't go away instantly. Do they? Oh, yeah, no, they don't. So you can keep feeding. This will be nerfed, however, because I can see someone literally just running into battle, crouching and just spamming right click on someone else and winning the fight very easily. Which I mean would work in theory. Then we would have to move on to fangs in, fangs out. This is regeneration, yeah. So now when you select regeneration, it gives you saturation as well. So in case you're low on hunger, you can bring yourself back up. Some before people used to ask me if I could make it so vampires can eat food. This was the only other way, unless I made it so your your hunger could only drop to about 4, well maybe 1 bar of hunger. So instead of doing that, I just made it so whenever you are actually hungry, you can just press the button and you will instantly get your food back. So after regeneration, we have vampire speed, which Sure, not drains, but it does take. It's supposed to take some blood while you start. I know why it's not working. It's because I'm reworking something. But yeah, essentially you can hold the button and you will just start running instead of before where you have to select your speed. Now you can just press the button and start sprinting away. And then you have vampire strength, which gives you now haste. So it's a lot easier to break stone, and well, you break through blocks faster, which for some reason makes sense because you're a vampire. You're stronger, and you're faster than a human. I'm in creative, damn it. Now, I don't think I've added it in where when you break the stone, it drops, but that's something I'm supposed to add. I just haven't gotten around to it right now. I'm supposed to add it in very soon. But yeah, it's in there where, well, it is, as you can see, the haste works. You break the stone relatively fast, and the higher level vampire you are, the more haste you get, and the harder the material you can break. Thinking as original and higher up, you can break around diamond level items. Yeah, yeah. So your strength is like in waves. So you activate it to take some blood, and you. It's essentially like how when Caroline and Damon had the fight, where she was like, "I'm angry." You're basically channeling the blood inside of you to give you a strength boost. Also, that way you're not always essentially manhandling and breaking everything. What else is there for? Is that all we currently have for the vampires? Yes. I am contemplating working on adding some more compulsion commands for vampires, as well as trying to make essentially a leveling up system. So some vampires will be stronger than others, so it wouldn't just be like one straight pool. But I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna make that work soon. That way it's not like smack dab, oh, you're a vampire, that's it. You can actually work towards something and get yourself stronger. That's what my goals are. After vampires, I think we can move on to phoenixes. Yeah, phoenixes seems. Why did my voice crack like that? Well, it's 4 a.m. right now, but so you can spawn as a phoenix, but currently I added a phoenix ember, so it makes it a lot easier for me to do it while testing. So now you're a vampire and you're part phoenix. What this essentially means is, if you are impaled, damn it, you can't just fight me, fight me. They're not doing a very good job at killing me. You come back to life, you burst out in flames, and you don't die. The only way to kill a phoenix is with a golden arrow. It's the one thing that can kill a phoenix in this show, so I made it so it's the one thing that can kill them in game as well. You literally just keep coming back. It's like it's infinite total of undying, unless you use a golden arrow. I'm thinking of making it so instead of instantly coming back, the person will just a block will spawn that looks like ashes, and there'll be like a timer for the person to. He said, well, a timer before the person has revived, and they'll essentially just you just essentially hover over that until you come back. So at least it's not like, oh, I'm fighting this person and they're just not gonna die unless I have a golden arrow. Because I can see that being annoying really quickly. Now let's go over to the Phoenix abilities. So Phoenixes have two abilities. They have flight and they have the Phoenix Touch, which is something I added for myself. The Phoenix Touch, that is. So when you're doing the Phoenix Touch, what it does is essentially you heat your body up and you can set other mobs on fire by right clicking on them. This right click gives you two things. It gives you regeneration as well as strength. Yes, it briefly regenerates you, so the more you can set on fire, the more HP you should recover. Damn it. But when put in combination of being a vampire and your weakness to fire, means that when fighting mobs, if they set you on fire, it means that you will lose the regeneration. So it kind of counters each other. However, what's the other thing I was going to do? Right, the flight. So that's how that works. And then there is the flight, which I shall go in F5 for. So essentially how you want to start the flying off. See, you can't just do that. You're burning up, but you're not actually flying. What you need to do to fly is die. Right. You have to start walking, running, and then jump. And you should start flying. I did not click fly. So, and you begin your flight as a phoenix. You don't have to keep holding space. I don't know why I keep holding space, but yeah. Just know that physics are a thing, and if you're speeding through the air as a phoenix, it means that you will indeed, if you were to smack into something, you will feel the friction. See, I died from that. You will feel the friction. Yeah. And you will still take full damage. So if I just smack into this, I wasn't going fast, but if you're going fast and smack into objects, you will feel it. And that's the phoenixes covered so far. They just have small subclass, so there's some variety, and you can still become a vampire as a phoenix. If I had the phoenix stone, however, it'd be not stone, ember would be different. So you can be a vampire and get it, and get an extra ability, meaning that if you die to the stake, you'll come back because of the phoenix side overriding your stake weakness. And last but not least, for currently in the mod, all of these rings work, by the way. Immunity ring makes it so that you can't die to any supernatural creatures. I just haven't powered it. Can I just do the enchantment? Enchant. No, I can't just do that. Damn it. It would make my life much easier. Oh, there's an enchantment book. Okay, and an anvil. Do I still burn in the daytime? Yes, I do still burn in the daytime. So for the daylight ring, you wanna shift and right click the ring, I believe. Yeah. If it says someone already owns this item, it's because you already, it means you own it once you're the one that shift right click. Put this in here, put this in here. And now I should be able to I can step into the sunlight now. You can find, I will make it so you can find daylight rings that are already powered. It's just that they would need you just need to right click them or make it so that you have to take the rings to witches. There will be witches that spawn in game naturally, and you can test it on those witches. There are witches that spawn naturally, right? Yes, they are. Right. And then what's your thing? The immunity ring. The immunity ring this time works differently. instead of making you completely immune to magic, maybe it still does make you completely immune, I think. This was one of the first things I worked on, since it's one of the key features. It's something that can negate a lot of spells, so that's why it's the first thing I work on. Let's see. I think anyone can wear this. But yeah, it makes you immune. So if I were to die to a witch, so let me see. I'm part Phoenix, what is the Phoenix Amber? If I right click this again, I should lose my Ember status, my Phoenix status. I did not lose my Phoenix status. So it's a shift right click. Maybe not then. Maybe not. I'm still a Phoenix. Why is it not letting me do it? There we go. But yeah, essentially it makes it so that if anything that's classed as supernatural, so supernatural player, a witch, a skeleton, anything of those sorts kills the player, just like how the Phoenix rises, it follows this very same format. So instead of just dying, you will come back to life right there. If the other side is added, I can make it so that you die and go to the other side for about 5 minutes or less, and then you'll come back to the spot where you originally died. Meaning that someone just can't farm you, but it does mean if someone knows where you died, they can build a prison around you and essentially trap you. So that is something to look out for. What else can I do? Oh, yeah, something that I added for psychics, very nifty little thing, is that if you take a psychic orb and make yourself a psychic, and you get an impression of invisibility, and you toss it on something, damn it, damn it. See that? When in close range of a target that is invisible as a psychic, they will have fire particles where they currently manifest, well, they're currently hiding. So they can't actually hide from you. You can sense them. Even though some might say, oh, well, they already have the particles from the potion effect, when using other mods, some mods have chosen to make it so the particle effects are invisible, so the player, well, the entity is completely invisible no matter what. And that's what I'm hoping for. Well, that's what I'm countering for by having this feature in. Also means if there are ghosts or other witches that are hiding from you using invisibility, you will be able to see them, at least their general location, maybe not literally where they are. Damn it. And well, it doesn't work on yourself because, yeah. And as long as you're looking directly at their hitbox, probably turn that on. Some might say it's cheating. As long as you hit where the flame is most concentrated, you should be able to smack them. And yeah, that's currently all that's in the mod right now. As I've said multiple times on my Discord server, it's very bare bone because I'm just putting down a lot of the basic foundations. The witch system has been fully implemented, so that's why I'm just currently adding spells. There are no dark objects in right now, but I'm going to be working on dark objects soon. I am planning on doing very distinct and separate not mod rollouts, but feature rollouts. So there'll be updates dedicated purely to dark magic, updates dedicated to maybe some other forms of witchcraft, so voodoo and all those other stuff. Each update will probably give a spell book. Not probably, I do plan on doing this, given that college is taking up a lot of my time. Makes it a lot harder to work and concentrate on my studies. I don't study my classes, in addition to actually working and having motivation to make this mod. While I do still love it because it is a passion project, at the end of the day, it's very time consuming. Not really. Why am I making excuses? Basically, a lot of the time I'm just very burnt out from school and I can't work on it. and then I'll hop on and spend almost an entire day working on something, and then spend that entire day means that I have no energy for the rest of the week. And it's only occurred to me last week, which is when I started doing a lot of work, is that if I'm tired of making witches, I can just, move on to another species. But I'm pretty slow mentally. No, I'm not. But yeah, it only occurred to me that I can just do that, which is why I got Phoenix and the psychic feature in. Thank you to Luna for showing me how to do the potion effects thingy that only one player gets to see it. So yeah, that's all I have so far. I would love any suggestions. So if you have them, you can put them in the comment section. In the comment section, or as some of you have taken to doing recently, DM me. Even though we specifically ask you guys not to DM us on the server unless it's really, really important. The suggestions that you guys do post, we do read them and we discuss them occasionally, but we do go over them and we'll be like, oh, this is actually a good opinion. This is something that we should implement or at least try to implement. We have a few regulars who do it, and they give some pretty good ideas. I can't call any names right now, but yeah. And for the supporters, once all the other stuff have been added in before the actual public release, you guys' items will also be re-added. You just have to DM me so you can tell me exactly what you had. Maybe you want to change it now that the mod is being reworked, and some things that you might have had exclusive to you have now been implemented in the mod because I know how to properly do it. So you can change it around a bit. Someone was telling me, oh, you don't have to actually have the supporters get their stuff back because it's technically a new mod. That's very dickish. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this little brief. I don't know how long this has been recording for. How long has it been recording for? 27 minutes. I hope you guys do enjoy this brief little sneak peek into the mod. It's been very fun working on it when I'm not destroying my scalp from itching or frustration. Yeah, I almost scrapped the entire project and just deleted everything like 2 weeks ago because I couldn't get the King Feed feature to work. But I have now, as you can see, as you saw earlier by the fucking thing I was doing. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy when it does release. Leave your suggestions in the Discord server, as well as have a wonderful day. Bye bye.